3, 2, 1. Hello!
Right, should we bring this down a bit?
No, because I can see my belly.
Right, so can we just make this clear that we are pushing the screen up so that you can hide your belly?
Yeah. Thank you.
That looks really awful though.
That looks beautiful. I love it.
Good day, and welcome to the West Ham United breakfast show. Down under. With me. And him. Can you do an Aussie accent?
Hello. Good day. How are you?
Oh, hi, how was your day?
Can you do the robot?
Yeah.
Go on.
What, right here, right now?
Yeah. Never ever do that ever again. Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Breakfast Show.
Show.
Did I say show once?
Yeah.
You said show
But
twice.
I'm going to do triple this week. Show.
Welcome to the show.
Because we've got 2 guests on this week, so we're going to go show.
Oh, show for every guest.
That's a good one.
I like that, that's really nice. With me, Jess.
And me, Harry.
Different setting this week. We are at Harry's. This is his beautiful living room.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, Harry. Bruce is still here though, somewhere. Can you see him? You meant to move out the way so that they can see
He's
Bruce.
by my arse. So I'm not going to show him because I don't want anyone to see my arse.
Oh, Brucey. Harry, what is up on today's show?
On today's show, we speak to Johnny from Newcastle Fan TV. We speak to Ollie Klink from Talksport. He's a Newcastle fan as well, good mate of ours.
Well, that's it really.
I think that's it really, yeah, us two. Cheers.
Should we start with Europe last night?
Yes, let's. We watched it, didn't we?
Be a bit more enthusiastic about the fact that we're unbeaten in
Yes!
That's better.
17 unbeaten.
That's better. It's quite unbelievable, that stat, isn't it, when you think about it? When you think that, like...
We get to the point where you're used to winning now in Europe, aren't you? I wasn't even...
Who would have ever thought that would be West Ham? It's
Yeah.
pretty mad, isn't it, when you think about it?
I think they have gone like 7 games unbeaten in Europe. They knocked Bayern Munich out of the cup. Oh my god, my hair's flicking up. It's the norm now. That's what you expect now from West Ham in Europe, didn't you?
I know, which is pretty mad because if you'd have told me this when I was a little girl, I'd have said dream on. There's no chance that when I get to 27 I'll be watching us perform this way, but we are unbelievable. Sorry, can we just talk about the fact that... Let me say that one again. Can we please just talk about the fact that James Ward-Prowse has not got an England call-up? How is that even possible though?
I don't know.
No, it is a joke though, really, isn't it? Like,
I don't know what more. Another assist again last night.
I know. And Ryan, our good friend Ryan, hi Ryan, because we know he's watching, he retweeted someone's tweet which said that James Ward-Prowse has been involved in more goals for West Ham than Calvin Phillips has had appearances, club and country.
The last 2 years, I think that's stupid, isn't it? It's silly,
Isn't it mad? I just don't know what more he can do.
I've got no words. I've got no words anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because what did he say? He picks Henderson because he's reliable and he's good in the dressing room. Do you know what I mean? I'll hire him as a coach then. Don't bring him as one of the team.
And I was listening to Talksport earlier. Faye Carruthers was obviously interviewing Gareth Southgate, and she obviously mentions James Ward-Prowse and goes, "Why isn't he in the England squad?"
What, to Southgate?
Yeah, and Southgate comes back and he goes, "No, we obviously love him because he was obviously captain for the under-20s." And it was like, well, you obviously don't love him that much then, because otherwise you'd have put him in the damn squad.
And put Phillips over him and Henderson. I just don't get it.
I don't get it. Anyway, we think he's a legend, and he was amazing last night, wasn't he? Really,
Yeah, another great performance.
Yeah,
Like I said, another assist.
I mean, he's in the England squad.
Yeah,
Do we worry about that in terms of?
The only thing I worry about is people getting in his ear, like Rice. That's the only thing I worry about, and obviously injuries as well. So if he goes away, gets injured with England, it's going to mess us up a bit.
What do you think Rice is going to be like? Maybe you should.
Oh yeah, I think Rice is going to be over him like a rash. I'm just going to swear him. I won't control it this week. I think Rice is going to be over him like a rash. Oh, hello, mate. Yeah, West Ham mates. Do you know what I mean? How are you been? How's the team and all that bollocks? Sorry, I had to swear there because.
Is bollocks swearing? I never know.
I don't know.
Is it swearing?
Is it swearing in France? We say bollocks.
You don't say bollocks in France.
What do you say then?
Shock, you'd say it in French. And it's an English word.
What's bollocks in French? Bollocks.
Les couilles.
Yeah, it don't sound the same, does it?
And couillon is. Would you say that's swearing? No, probably not.
No.
I think you can say bollocks.
All right, I'll say bollocks. Declan Rice is going to be over him, I think. And you know what? Like other players are always in his ear, isn't it? But then, we're European champions. We're doing well. We're 7th.
He's not going to be able to leave the club. Let's be honest. He's married to Danny Dyer's daughter. Like,
Yeah, but there's this whole contract thing that worries me. It's still going on, isn't it?
Oh, true.
You've got just put the money on the table. He's one of our best players, if not our best player.
What, 50 million release clauses?
No, I think that's, again, I'm going to talk about bollocks. I think that's a load of bollocks again. Oh, sorry, there's loads of bollocks going around and people just listen to it. 50 million release calls, bollocks. Declan Rice being over him, bollocks.
Anything else? Adding to the bollocking list? Do you know what is bollocks?
What?
Those custard creams that you offered me earlier. They're stale.
They're actually malted milk, so get it right, thank you.
They are stale.
Yeah, I thought you deserved them.
Did you know they were stale when you gave them to me?
No, I didn't know stale. They was in the tin, so I thought it'd be alright.
No, you knew you were doing. You're evil.
I didn't want to try one when you offered it to me. Because I thought, I don't know.
You are evil.
How am I evil?
I'm not talking to you until the end of the show.
Just, right. Anyway.
Carry on.
Basically, just give him a new contract and make him the most hired player at the club. It's so easy, do you know what I mean? He's still young. He's having a time of his life at the moment. It's time of life. The time of my life. Basically, just make Bowen the most highest player at the club. That's all it is. That's all we got to do.
Do you know who should be paid more on Sunday? Me. More attention by you when you step on my toes when we're standing next to each other and Bobby more lower.
I don't step on your toes.
You do it every time.
We'll put some fucking steel toe caps on then.
Why can't you just stand where your seat is? You always like do a wide flip of feet thing and you stand on my toes. I know you get excited, but so do I, but I don't tread on your toes.
Yeah, but I need to mark my territory. This is my seat. Don't come into my area.
I'm not. The same way as you're taking up most of the sofa, that I'm leaning towards the side. You tend to do that quite a lot.
I'm a big boy. I like my room.
You haven't. I've got bigger feet than you.
Oh,
but I am a 6'2" giant, so
exactly. Do you know what I mean?
I'm actually not 6'2", by the way.
She is. She's a centre back.
Oh, do you know what? I'll be Zuma any day.
I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter here. It's not about the size anyway.
No.
Anyway,
Let's just move on.
It's not about the size, everyone. It's what you do with it. Always remember that.
Anyway, moving on.
Johnny, we caught up with Johnny from Newcastle Fan TV.
Which was wicked.
He was buzzing, wasn't he?
He was so buzzing.
He was still buzzing off Wednesday. So am I, man. Just watching a game,
unbelievable,
you felt passion through the TV. Like, it reminded you of that game, West Ham Seville, all them a couple of years ago. And it was like our first proper competitive game at home, and it was just everyone was up for it, and the concourse was bouncing. It was just
the videos that you've got from the stands where they start the Champions League anthem kicks in and the roar is just mental. Like, you can only hope for one day here.
Yeah, he was sending us all the videos and it was just brilliant.
And he did recognise me. Obviously, all will be revealed in the following clip. However, I would just like to point out that at that point, I'd actually been sober for 6 months. I had had 7 Red Bulls that day.
7?
Yes, 7. I was very high on life. But although I come across drunk, I really wasn't. It was
just Red Bulls.
Just 7 Red Bulls. Anyway.
Oh, it's how it went.
Play the clip.
Johnny, thanks for joining us, mate. Last time we met was April time. You guys come to the London Stadium. That was a few months before we actually won the European trophy. We got smashed 5-1 that day. You actually played us off the park. What do you think the result's going to be? What can you see happening?
I think West Ham have done pretty well since the start of the season. I think obviously David Moyes isn't everybody's cup of tea in regards to West Ham from West Ham fans, but he is a solid enough manager. You know, whether his football's amazing or not, but he has found a way of making that Declan Rice massive hole not that massive, if that makes sense. I've been a big fan of Paqueta. I think Jarrod Bowen's very, very underrated. I've been a big fan of Ben Rama, but I just don't think he's a David Moyes type of player, if I'm really honest. But West Ham have got some quality across the pitch, and there's no reason why they can do well in the Europa League. But I think the game's going to be really, really difficult. You know, if you speak to a West Ham fan, it's like the third thing that comes out of the mouth. Yeah, I know it didn't play very well, but won a European trophy.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh,
they're still singing it now.
Yeah, we still sing about it. We've got to milk it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Are you coming down on Sunday?
I need to find out if work will give me the time off. So at the minute, it's very much 50-50. But I had to take out a new mortgage when I went to West Ham away last year. When I looked at your prices, I was tempted to go to see Carol Brady and say, hold on, what's going on here?
But I remember going to Sunderland a couple of years ago and buying 2 beers, 2 shots, and getting change from a tenner. So it's like. It's crazy.
Different
I mean,
levels.
we're paying like £6.50 to £7 for one beer here in London
It's a
Stadium.
joke.
I think the most expensive one I've ever done was Chelsea. I think I was just like, I think it's not even good beer. And I was like walking down the King's Road, and I was just like, this is just different gravy. This like walking down Newcastle, walking down the King's Road at Chelsea. And I'm like, yeah.
Was you in Trafalgar Square last year?
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Because that was
Yeah,
brilliant. The Geordies all just fucked off the pubs that were all around Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
But we're not paying
It's-
prices. We're going to sit in Trafalgar
No.
Square with the tinnies.
Yeah,
And all
you went, didn't you?
I went along, because my best mate
Did
Ollie
you?
is a Newcastle supporter.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I recognise you from. Do you know what it is? I think you were on one of our videos at Trafalgar Square because the name Ollie rings a bell, and I'm sure one of you said that you support West Ham. It's literally just.
Yeah.
I won't speak to you. I'm West Ham, but he will. This is my best mate, Ollie.
Ollie, what's the score going to be?
4-0, Newcastle.
Right, you're a West Ham fan, so you're neutral. Who's going to win?
Newcastle, obviously.
Right answer.
I'd gone to West Ham, and we had been Nottingham Forest at home.
Oh, we won, 4-0.
We won 4-0. I was so happy. We'd been on a horrific run of games, and we'd done really well. And then obviously my mum lives in France, so she calls me and goes, "You need to get yourself down to Trafalgar Square. All the Geordies are there. Where's Ollie? What's he doing?" So I rang Ollie, and Ollie was commentating on a game because he works for TalkSport. And he said, "Oh, I really want to go down there, but I've no one to go with." And I said, "You know what, Ollie? I'll go down. I just want to see what it's like, all these Geordies down in Trafalgar Square." So we went down. What an atmosphere it was, and it was huge from the Geordies. The takeover that they did, and everyone was so wonderful. And do you know what? It was covered in trash, just everywhere, rubbish, right? And then people started to leave, and then other Geordies arrived in their shirts, big bin liners, and started clearing everything up. Trafalgar Square was absolutely immaculate the next day, and I've got so much respect for you guys for clearing the way that you did.
Yeah, it's just the little things, isn't it? Like, there's probably Londoners just going from just finishing work or just finishing whatever and thinking, "Oh my God, they're going to wreck the place X, Y, and Z." And then you see one picture like that and go, "Do you know what? Let them. If they're going to be like that, let them have their fun."
And finally, Johnny, let's just get your prediction. Hopefully, get to see you down there.
If we get a point, I'll not be the end of the world, really. I think, like I say, West Ham are a good team. They'll be certainly top half, no problem. They'll be knocking on the door for the Conference League again, and I think they'll have a strong run in the Europa League. I think, like I say, they've got a strong team. A manager that's been there, even though it's not the most attractive football in the world, but he knows how to get points to a certain extent. But I think 2-1 away win. Callum Wilson last minute goal. How about that? I'm sure you'll like that.
You're gonna say that.
I'm hoping that hamstring don't get amended on time.
Oh, he's fine. He'll be fine against West Ham. He makes sure
He'll make sure he's on that pitch doing the Macarena.
See, that was a good sound, wasn't it?
How funny is that Johnny knew who I was and
Oh.
recognised me? Of course, the only person in Trafalgar Square was me. And I'm reiterating once again, I know I probably sound so pissed in that.
I know, you screaming out, West Ham, West Ham!
Like, what is my volume level like? I was diagnosed with ADHD in January, so that could also explain it. But, I mean, the volume levels were...
I know. Poor Ollie in the background.
I know, poor
I love
Ollie.
you. I love your show.
Really love your show. He did some great impersonations, and I can't say that I've ever heard Jim White, David Attenborough, and Tom Skinner do a match preview for West Ham.
But I've never seen them in the same room because they could be the same person. So you never know.
It could all be Ollie Klink.
It could all be him behind the screen.
This is how it looked.
What is this, West Hat United?
He did get the memo.
It's because he's just come back from work that I haven't actually blow dried my hair, so I'm hiding my hair, and he hasn't showered from work.
Tom Skinner, one of your own, West Ham boy, he's just started doing a show on TalkSport 2, and he introduces me in my favourite way possible. He goes, "It's Ollie Klink, like the champagne."
And it's Ollie Klink from TalkSport, just like the champagne. How are you, mate? You all right?
Cheers, mate.
Literally, cheers.
The champagne has to come after the clink.
Oh, for God's sake!
How are you doing, Ollie? All right?
I'm good, thanks, Jess. Yeah, very, very good. Looking forward to this weekend's game, considering what happened last time. Were you guys there?
Oh,
For the
why does he have to
5-1
mention
win?
it?
What minute did you leave?
I was on a central line at 4-1, I won't lie. I was on a central.
I think that West Ham were in a different place then, and I was at the game last weekend against Sheffield United for TalkSport, and they look very good. They look back to their old selves. It's funny with Newcastle because they've actually brought in a psychologist to help the players deal with the amount of fixtures, but also the change in intensity, if you want, with these fixtures as well. So, you know, you've got the psychologist being there, being like, okay, so this week you have got AC Milan at the San Siro. It's then Brentford. So let's talk about how we're going to be preparing for that. And it'll be the same this week, won't it? We've got PSG, and then it's heading on to West Ham as well, and it's a completely different challenge. But I think that they'll be definitely buoyed by last season's result, and they'll definitely be buoyed by the fact that they do have a good record there. But I've been saying this to a lot of people. For me, and I've been to quite a few of the West Ham games this season as well. I think they're looking back much more like the team they were.
What is your prediction for this weekend, Ollie?
If Callum Wilson plays,
okay, let's do a prediction with and without Callum Wilson.
You know what? I think a score draw might be on the cards.
Yeah.
I think if Sven Botman is still injured, which I think he's expected to be, that does weaken our backline a fair amount. It will either be Dan Burn or Jamal Lascelles that play there. And Jamal Lascelles did a great job against Manchester City. In that game, which we won, we have kept 5 clean sheets now in a row, which has been great. But I just think West Ham at home is a tough game, and I'm gonna go with 1-1. That's what my head says. My heart says 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0.
How about you guys?
No chance.
We've been strong at home this year, to be fair. The whole of 2023, we've been quite strong at home.
Even though you're in the central line before the game's finished, mate.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about April. I mean, 7 weeks later, we was lifting the European trophy. So
and then everything changed.
Super David Moyes is at the helm. Bowen's on fire at the moment, if you excuse the pun. He's been banging 5 goals. I think he's the second top goal scorer in the Premier League at the moment. You've got Kufal. He's sort of coming to, especially both Czech boys are really coming to their own. You've got Ward-Prowse. He's been a sensation since he's come in. I think all around the pitch we've got good players and we can cause damage to Newcastle. I think so. I think we're going to go with 2-2. That's my favourite prediction at the moment. So I'm going to go 2-2.
You love going 2-2, don't you?
Desmond, you love it.
I love it. I just love it. I'd love it if we do them on Sunday. I would love it.
I'm normally quite negative, aren't I, when it comes to West Ham, just because I've just had too many years of hurt. But I don't know why. I've just got a good feeling. I'm going 2-1 West Ham.
Just because it's Newcastle, Jess.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just any chance to bully you, really.
My flatmate is a huge fantasy football fan. It's all he talks about. I'm not sure if he does have a girlfriend. Probably doesn't. But he was talking to me about who he should pick for his team. And I genuinely said to him, I said, you should really think about Soufal. First, I think West Ham are a lot better this season. But he is electric down the right. And I think it's, he must have picked up an assist in each of the last few games that West Ham have played. Maybe not in every single one. But you're so right how he's looking so much more dangerous. I thought he had a really good game against Manchester City as well.
Out of interest, did your housemate put him in his fantasy team?
No, he didn't. And guess what? He's bottom of the league. So...
A little point for he would have got you 12 points at the weekend. Just a little fantasy football little tip there.
You've definitely got 3 West Ham players.
Kufal, Bowen and Ward-Prowse all day long, mate. All day long.
And where are you in the league, mate?
Bottom.
Ollie, we worked together before, didn't we, at TalkSport, and around the offices, you were quite famous at your impressions.
They were usually the kind of people we work with, the other producers. So if they were famous, I'd be an absolute millionaire. But it tends to be for more... I can do a couple of famous ones.
You can do a couple of famous people. So we wanted to send you a little script of the matchday preview for Sunday, and we were wondering if you could read out said script in the different names that we ping across to you.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Let's go. Let's start with Jim White. I know you do a good Jim White.
Well, West Ham take on Newcastle this Sunday at 2 p.m. The Hammers against the Magpies. Jared Bowen, what a player. The bow and arrow, if you want, of West Ham United. So great. And Simon Jordan will give us his thoughts in just a moment. But Jared, we love you. Get your calls in 03717 223344. Is Jared the man for you? He could be the man for Simon Jordan, let me tell you.
I just love the TalkSport numbers when I got in there.
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. We're switching it up.
Here we are at the London Stadium to see West Ham in their natural habitat. They currently sit a point and 1 place above Newcastle in the table. Lofty heights indeed for them.
and could go level on points with the mysterious Liverbird from Liverpool if they win.
Let's go. Let's make it relevant. Geordie Shaw.
Oh, right, okay, right. I'm just going to do a Geordie Shaw on the spot. Right? Do you know what? My Geordie accent's all right. It has to be all right, doesn't it? Given that I support them. But, like, I can only do one thing really well, and it's Geordie Shaw. So we get in the club, Eddie's gone straight off of David and had a go at him. Jason's trying to get in there and stop it from taking off. I just hope we get back as a family.
Brilliant, that is brilliant.
What about West Ham's Tom Skinner? I'll do it as if I'm in Dino's. No, I need a mug. 1 second. And look at that.
Let me just tell you, I'm in Dino's today. I've got a massive roast chicken, also got a curry with a side of shepherd's pie. And let me tell you, West Ham United are going to win this week because I'm telling you, Anthony Gordon's not playing. Callum Wilson's not playing. Joe Linton's not playing. Sven Botman might play. We don't know yet. But what I do know is you are all beautiful people and you need to go out there and have a great time. It's the London Stadium. I know you can't see the pitch because it's miles away. But let me tell you, you're going to have a great time. Come on, David. Come on, the boys. A bosh.
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, if I can give a plug to my show on Talk Sport 2.
You can give a plug.
Of course you can.
Do.
Please do. We'll add it on.
No problem. It's The Social. It's on at 3 till 5 on Thursdays. It's really good fun. I'm usually on with Rory Jennings, big Chelsea fan. Loves an opinion, so it's always quite fun. Yeah. As well, loads of different guests, and we chat a lot about the Premier League and all sorts of football stuff.
Perfect. We listen every week, so and you know that because I message you.
I know that Jess listens every week because it gets to the end of the show and I just get a text saying, "Good show, but not enough West Ham." Not enough West Ham today.
Ollie, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, and good luck this weekend.
I was going to say, should we meet you in the Cow normally after, don't we?
Yeah, because it'll be Arsenal Man City.
You owe me a sausage roll anyway, so.
And a pint, I actually do as well.
Don't get locked in the London Stadium because you tend to. That's happened quite.
It happens every time. No, it happens every time.
They want you to go, didn't they? They just want that Jim White impression, I think.
They just want to keep me there. So I was at West Ham, Sheffield United last weekend. Really good win for West Ham, obviously. After the game, went and interviewed the managers. There was a bit of a delay. It was quite late getting out, and they like to lock up the London Stadium quite early. So, you know, you go to leave as a fan, but they've shut the gate. So you kind of think, all right, where am I going to go then? And I found myself walking through a little area of the ground I hadn't really been before, and then walking out of the exit of the ground. And I managed to walk out of the players' exit. So I walked out, and you've got all these kids with West Ham shirts and stuff going, Bowen. And it's just me with my rucksack.
And your kit bag.
Yeah, and I had the audacity to walk past and go, I'm not signing anything today. Cheers, yeah, thanks.
Oh my God, I'm still laughing. What? You swatting flies?
Yeah, sort of fly, sorry.
Oh, Ollie, we love
Ollie.
him.
Ollie! Yeah.
Clink, clink, clink.
Thank you.
What were we meant to say before the champagne, after the champagne?
It's Ollie Clink.
Like
just like the champagne. Clink.
Oh, isn't he brilliant though? We love him. I've got so much time for him.
It's so funny, honestly.
He's so funny.
And I can't wait for my sausage roll Sunday, to be honest.
I forgot that So we saw him. What was the last game that we saw him
after Man City, was it? Was it after Man City?
Chelsea.
Was it Chelsea? I'm pretty. No, it was Man City.
It was Man City. Because again, he was reporting for TalkSport, and we met him in the Cow, and he was really hungry. Harry went to get food, and then Ollie just ate all our food.
Basically, pretty much, yeah.
And he owes a sausage roll, mac and cheese, and those amazing onion rings.
Yeah, Ollie, I want them all, mate. Ready
the
for
Cow
me.
does incredible onion rings. Just want to put it out there.
And a pint.
No,
Look, I'm not even bringing my card Sunday. I'm just going to make you pay for everything.
Right, Sunday, speaking of...
I'm going 2-2.
You are going 2-2. And I still have just got a really weird feeling that it's going to go our way, and I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham.
Oh, you never predict us to win. You always lose.
That's maybe because it's going to happen.
Maybe.
Maybe should I predict a loss, because usually when I do, we win?
No, I think you've done it against Liverpool. We still lost.
Did I predict a win?
think so.
I didn't feel it in my heart of hearts though, but I do feel in my heart of hearts
For this
that
week?
that this could go our way.
Okay.
So anyway.
You heard it here first.
Should we end it there?
No, let's talk about the event Sunday first.
Oh, let's talk about the event on Sunday. Yes, go ahead.
So Colour Factory, new venue. We was there last week. It was brilliant, honestly.
Really
So it's massive, great food, like bars. You ain't got a queue for any drinks. Like everything's table serve. It was brilliant. Do you know what I mean? We just sat
Ian
there.
Bishop was great as well.
Ian Bishop was so funny. Martin Allen was a great host. So yeah, this Sunday, 10 a.m. early start. We have to get there early, didn't we? 10 a.m. Sunday until 1 p.m. This week's guest is John Moncur.
That's going to be good, isn't it?
And we met him last week. We met him last week, so what's the chances? What is the chances? So be there. Tickets still available. You can pay on the door. Just bring your cash along if you're a patron. You pay on the door, and listen, you get 3 hours of fun, jokes, beers, burgers.
It is a good laugh.
Music from the old DJ Dave.
He is a good DJ.
He's good. He's in like a little metal box. He's like,
a gorilla in a box, isn't
honestly,
he?
yeah.
It is funny, but it is a wicked event. Definitely come down if you can. Colour Factory, Hackney Wick, 10 a.m. on Sunday, just before we play
Newcastle. That was my Geordie accent. Newcastle. That was quite good, actually.
That's quite good.
It was quite good, actually. I just want a little mention as well. If you do subscribe to the West Ham Way YouTube channel, there is a chance of getting a home shirt, away shirt, and a third shirt of your choice. So we give away one every month. We give away. We're very generous, aren't we?
Do we give it away? Are we meant to package them? Mark didn't tell me that in our contract.
You might have to do it. You might have to start packaging.
We'll have to start packaging them. Do we have to give them away? I'm not sure. You can win a shirt, and it's someone will give it to you. I can't promise it'll be us. Have you got any shirts with you to hand?
Why don't you spray a bit of your perfume in it just to have a little...
I haven't got any shirts. If Mark, can you give me the shirts, please?
And then she spray perfume, and we'll send it away, and everyone's happy, like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know you rated my perfume.
I don't know what you're wearing. Can't smell nothing.
What are you going to spray with it then? Thin air?
Listen, I'll spray my Joe Malone on it, and then...
Oh, I know, he wears his mum's perfume.
I don't smell mum's perfume. Joe Malone is unisex. Oh, no. Anyway, it's unisex. It's the bollocks. Yeah. That's another thing, the bollocks. Joe Malone. Myrrh and Tonka, if you want to know.
Shouldn't I do that?
Let's try and hide this.
Yeah,
anyway, see you later, darling.
Darling?
Yeah, darling, yeah.
What are you darlinging?
Ta-da, darling. I'm going darling this week.
Okay, fine.